Damn, Peggy! What is up, guys? Welcome back to Relevant Jukebox. My name's Chris. I'll be your host, and today we're going to be talking about the newest release from rapper, producer, Mr. Buttermilk Jesus himself, JPEGMAFIA. All my heroes are cornballs. So Peggy seems to be striking while the ironer's hot and following up his 2018 LP Veteran, which was my favorite record of last year. And well, I'm certainly not disappointed. Cornballs is quite the sidestep sonically from Veteran, but it's still very inherently JPEGMAFIA. And I think that Kenny Beats put it best in his disappointed promotional video that this album sounds like a rap record that was eaten up by the deep web and spit back out for us to hear. It's experimental, it's weird, it's aggressive, and it's somehow inherently sweet. And after consuming this record, why I think this release is so unique is how it's structured. It's very loose and free-flowing for a hip-hop record. It takes a bunch of unexpected turns and detours, which kind of makes it feel like you're floating down this like filthy, disgusting river. I mean, if you play this album from start to finish, it's almost impossible to decipher where tracks start, where they end, and there's so much detail packed in, I feel like I'm still digesting most of it. But this record isn't just taking unexpected left turns that feel like they're misplaced. The flow and the transitions on this album, to me, come off extremely smooth. Now, this is something that I think listeners of this record are either gonna be really enthralled with or they're really gonna be annoyed by. Because a lot of the times, Peggy drops you into these like really aggressive parts or like grooves in these tracks and pulls them away almost after 30 seconds at a time. One big surprise on this record actually for me was Peggy's singing. He's sung on his tracks before, but not in this kind of way, and I'm actually really loving it. He's put some extremely sticky hooks in this release, like on the opening cut here, Jesus Forgive Me, I Am a Thought, or even on Grimy Waifu. Also on the track Rap, Grow Old and Die, No Child Left Behind, which is a collaborative cut with Vegan, which might be my favorite hook on the record. And for some reason, I don't know, maybe it's just because I listen to a lot of Alex G, but the rickety melody that's on here does remind me of him a little bit, especially with the pianos and the backdrop of it. Now, I've read some criticisms online of this record calling it almost too internet sounding. Honestly, fuck those people. Don't listen to that shit because I think Peggy's being really creative on here and it's almost an embodiment of what 2019 feels like in my opinion. Cornballs isn't gonna give you a track on here to like play in a club or one to bump on the radio. It's more of an album to consume by yourself, and the more I listen to it, the more I find myself revisiting this album in chunks and pieces, almost based off my mood, which this album is a pretty moody album. And if you're talking about a record that truly feels inherently different and unique, of course it's gonna come with a ton of criticism and backlash, and there's gonna be people that don't understand it for a while. I am not saying that I understand what this record is doing, because I clearly don't. I'm more like in awe of it and enthralled with it as a piece of art. But for me, the way I've interpreted this record is it feels like a record that is completely pure and an artist that's really not playing by anybody's rules. And the result is something that is extremely challenging to listen to, patience testing at times, but I can already see this record here altering my perception of what structured hip-hop tracks could or should be, and how an artist would adapt and exist in the form of this. Yeah, I mean, I really love this record. I mean, I was kind of blown away by it. I think I like it a little bit more than Veteran, as it's a little bit more cohesive sounding and maybe a little bit more in my wheelhouse. With all that being said, I'm feeling a 9 out of 10 on Cornballs here. Now, Peggy's very limited and exclusive, which is with his merch drops. And at the time of me recording this video, there is a vinyl pressing of it that's gonna be on black vinyl, a double LP, but it's already sold out, so hopefully you grabbed one. And as always, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and hit the bell to be notified of when I put out my next review. So JPEGMAFIA, all my heroes are cornballs. Peace.